Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like this. I've scouted some of the best talents to ever grace the gridiron, and I've witnessed trades that left fans stunned and analysts scratching their heads. But what's brewing right now in the NFL could be one of the most intriguing trade scenarios we've seen in years. It's the kind of move that could have a ripple effect across the league and redefine team dynamics in the NFC. This is not just about adding a piece to a puzzle. It's about altering the entire landscape for a franchise that has long been searching for that final piece. The rumors circulating through the corridors of team offices have insiders buzzing. The whispers are growing louder, and if you know where to listen, you can almost hear the deal being penned behind closed doors. Strap yourselves in, because what I'm about to disclose involves a name you wouldn't typically associate with jaw-dropping trades, but might just have the potential to surprise us all. Now, let's dive into the heart of the Dallas Cowboys, a team with a storied history and a fan base that demands excellence. The Cowboys have made significant moves in the past few years, aiming to rebuild and strengthen their roster. They've been active in both the draft and free agency, strategically acquiring talent to plug holes in their depth chart. Yet, despite these efforts, certain weaknesses have persisted, most notably in their special teams unit. A closer examination through film study reveals that while their offense and defense have seen improvements, the special teams have lagged behind, often costing them crucial field position and momentum in tight games. Analytics further back this up, showing that the Cowboys' special teams unit has struggled to maintain league-average performance metrics, particularly in snapping efficiency and punt coverage. The perfect solution to this problem might just be hiding in plain sight. That solution is none other than Andrew Depala, a name that might not be on everyone's lips, but for those in the know, Depala represents consistency and reliability, traits that are often undervalued until they are glaringly absent. Let's break down the film. Andrew Depala is a long snapper, but not just any long snapper. He is among the best in the league. His precision on snaps is something to behold. Whether lining up for a field goal or punt, Depala's snaps have the kind of accuracy and velocity that allows punters and kickers to operate with utmost confidence. Advanced metrics highlight his impact, with nearly 0 bad snaps over his last 48 games and an impeccable record in terms of speed and accuracy. Scouts have been raving about his technique, how his hands move with a quick, seamless motion that minimizes any margin for error. It's no wonder he's been a pillar in Minnesota's special teams. So how could a trade for a player like Depala work? It's all about leveraging assets and managing the cap. Andrew Depala is currently on a 1-year deal with the Minnesota Vikings worth $725 million. Given his consistent performance, his value is more than just monetary. The Cowboys, working with limited cap space post-draft, need to be strategic. They've got just $1 million under the cap, placing them in the lower tier of available cap space. However, with some creative gymnastics, they could maneuver to make space for Depala's contract. Minnesota's position is also a factor. They are over the salary cap and looking to trim expenses. Trading Depala could offer them the relief they need while giving the Cowboys the player they covet. In terms of compensation, a late-round draft pick or a player-for-player deal involving a less impactful position might suffice to secure this trade. The dynamics of this deal could turn both teams into winners if executed smartly. When we talk about how Andrew Depala fits into the Dallas Cowboys scheme, it's quite seamless. Head coach Mike McCarthy and special teams coordinator John Fassel value a solid special teams unit, knowing it often makes the difference in games decided by a few points. Depala's skill set brings a level of professionalism and exactitude that could instantly elevate the Cowboys' performance in this area. Comparatively speaking, Depala is akin to having a seasoned veteran quarterback for special teams, someone who sees the game beyond just the mechanics of snapping the ball. His leadership and experience could provide a calming influence over the unit. Considering the impact, best-case scenarios have Depala fortifying the Cowboys' special teams, fixing snap-related issues, and possibly leading to game-changing moments in tight contests. The worst-case scenario is minimal. Given his track record, Depala's risk comes more from unforeseeable circumstances than performance volatility. As a former scout, my verdict is based on years of evaluating talent and understanding team structures. Andrew Depala is the kind of under-the-radar acquisition that doesn't grab headlines like a marquee quarterback or a star receiver would, but his impact can be profound. If the Cowboys pull the trigger on this trade, fans should watch for improved special teams efficiency and fewer critical mistakes in high-stakes situations. The timeline for this trade is still uncertain, But if talks are currently underway as insiders suggest, we could see movement before the mid-season trade deadline. In conclusion, keep an eye on this potential trade not just for what it represents for Depala and the Cowboys, but for how it might inspire other teams to reevaluate the often overlooked importance of a rock-solid special teams unit. If you enjoyed this analysis and want to see more deep dives into NFL insider news, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for your daily dose of gridiron intel. The ripple effect of acquiring Andrew Depala would extend beyond the technical improvements he brings. It would serve as a statement of intent from the Dallas Cowboys, a signal that they are willing to invest in the finer details that could differentiate them from other playoff contenders. This move would also likely put pressure on other teams within the NFC East to review their special teams setups, potentially sparking a trend where long snappers and specialists receive the attention and respect they deserve in roster planning. Fan reaction to the potential acquisition of Depala has been overwhelmingly positive, with many recognizing the strategic importance of strengthening the special teams. Social media platforms are abuzz with discussions, as Cowboys fans express optimism about the possibility of eliminating the costly errors that have haunted the team in close games. The idea of having a special teams unit that can consistently perform under pressure without hiccups is an enticing prospect for a fan base eager to return to the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, analysts and commentators are weighing in on the practical aspects of such a trade. Many argue that the Cowboys need to further explore the trade market to optimize their roster fully, given the competitive nature of their division. However, the acquisition of a reliable long snapper like Depala is seen as a crucial first step. It addresses an often overlooked area that can have an outsized impact on game outcomes, particularly in the playoffs where margins are thin and every point counts. From a tactical standpoint, the Cowboys' coaching staff would likely relish the opportunity to incorporate Depala into their existing system. His presence could allow them to implement more complex special teams strategies, knowing that the execution will be precise. This could include nuanced punt formations or innovative field goal attempts, confident in the reliability of the snap. Such flexibility could prove invaluable in tight matchups against divisional rivals or during critical postseason moments. The broader implications of this potential trade also highlight how the NFL is evolving. Teams are now increasingly aware that success is built on a foundation of not just star power, but also on the consistency and reliability of role players. As the league continues to get more analytical and data-driven, the value of players like Depala, who may not headline highlights but consistently deliver top-tier performances, becomes ever more apparent. As the trade deadline approaches, all eyes will be on the Cowboys' front office to see if they make the move. With Andrew Depala in the fold, the Cowboys could very well find themselves with one of the most reliable special teams units in the league, a potentially game-changing advantage as they aim to make a deep playoff run. It's an example of how sometimes the most impactful changes are those that address the foundational elements of the game, setting the stage for success in ways that aren't immediately visible but are profoundly felt on the scoreboard. If the trade goes through, expect a nod of approval from coaches around the league, acknowledging a savvy move by the Cowboys. It would serve as a reminder that in the NFL, champions are often made not just in the flashy plays or highlight reels, but in the steady hands and perfect snaps that ensure those plays can happen in the first place. For now, Cowboys fans remain hopeful, their fingers crossed that this under-the-radar move could be the missing piece that propels their team to greatness. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the potential acquisition of Andrew Depala and want more insights into how strategic moves like this can impact team dynamics, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue bringing you the latest in NFL news and analysis. The anticipation surrounding Andrew Depala's potential integration into the Dallas Cowboys isn't just about the immediate technical benefits. It's also about the cultural shift that such a move could inspire within the organization. For years, the Cowboys have been characterized by a focus on high-profile talent acquisitions, often overshadowing the critical, albeit less glamorous, aspects of team composition. By prioritizing a position as specialized as long snapper, the Cowboys would be sending a clear message that every component of their team matters equally. This holistic approach could foster a renewed sense of unity and purpose within the locker room, enhancing team chemistry and morale. Moreover, the ripple effect of this move may extend beyond the Cowboys themselves. Rival teams, particularly within the NFC East, may find themselves reevaluating their own rosters and strategies, eager not to fall behind in the ever-evolving arms race of NFL talent optimization. The Washington Commanders, Philadelphia Eagles, and New York Giants could be compelled to scrutinize their special teams units more closely, perhaps leading to a broader appreciation for the often underappreciated specialists who are pivotal in tight game situations. The potential acquisition of Depala could also reignite a broader discussion about the role of special teams in determining the outcomes of NFL games. Historically, the focus has been predominantly on offensive and defensive playmakers, but as analytics become increasingly sophisticated, the integral role of special teams is gaining recognition. This shift in perspective could encourage teams to allocate more resources towards scouting, developing, and retaining top-tier special teams talent, ultimately raising the overall level of play across the league. For fans, the excitement around potentially securing Depala is palpable. Long-term supporters of the Cowboys, who have witnessed their fair share of nail-biting finishes and heartbreaking losses, are eager for any advantage that could tip the scales in their favor during crucial moments. The prospect of a seamless special teams operation, free from the anxiety of botched snaps or missed opportunities, resonates deeply with a fan base that has been yearning for consistency and reliability. As the trade chatter intensifies, it's clear that Depala's potential move to Dallas has captured the imagination of analysts and fans alike. It's not just about filling a roster spot. It's about embracing a forward-thinking mentality that recognizes the significance of every position on the field. This could set a new standard for how NFL franchises approach team building, with an emphasis on balance and synergy rather than solely on star power. In the weeks leading up to the trade deadline, speculation will continue to swirl. The Cowboys' front office faces a pivotal decision, one that could redefine their strategic approach and set a precedent for future roster moves. Should the trade be finalized, it would not only bolster the Cowboys' special teams, but also serve as a testament to the organization's commitment to excellence in every facet of the game. For Cowboys fans, the hope is that this potential acquisition could mark the beginning of a new era, one where strategic foresight and attention to detail propel the team to new heights. As the Cowboys strive to regain their status as perennial Super Bowl contenders, the inclusion of a player like Andrew Depala could be a critical step in that journey. If you're excited about the potential impact of Andrew Depala's acquisition and want to stay updated on all things Cowboys, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Your engagement helps us continue to provide in-depth analysis and coverage of the NFL's most intriguing storylines. The potential acquisition of Andrew Depala by the Dallas Cowboys isn't just a tactical maneuver. It's a strategic statement that could redefine how the franchise is perceived both internally and externally. Internally, the move underscores an organizational commitment to addressing every aspect of the game with precision. It's a signal to the players and coaching staff that no stone will be left unturned in the quest for excellence. This approach could have a domino effect, inspiring players to elevate their own performances, knowing that the franchise is making calculated decisions to put them in the best possible position to succeed. Externally, the move could shift perceptions about the Cowboys' operational philosophy. Known historically for their splashy signings and high-octane offenses, this pivot towards valuing specialized roles signifies a maturity in organizational strategy. It's a recognition that games are often won in the margins, and that investing in roles traditionally seen as supplementary can be just as impactful as acquiring marquee talent. Andrew Depala's reputation in the league is one of consistency and reliability, traits that are invaluable in the high-pressure environment of the NFL. His potential integration into the Cowboys roster could serve as a stabilizing force, particularly in high-stakes scenarios where precision is paramount. Special teams units are often the unsung heroes of football, quietly influencing the game's flow and outcomes through field position and time management. Depala's expertise could translate into crucial advantages during critical junctures of the season. The Cowboys' coaching staff, led by Mike McCarthy, would likely have a renewed sense of confidence in their special teams unit with Depala's addition. This could lead to more aggressive play calling, knowing they can rely on a dependable snapper to execute flawlessly. It might also provide the team with more flexibility in game planning, allowing for creative approaches in close games where every point matters. For the Cowboys fan base, known for its passionate and sometimes impatient nature, the potential acquisition offers a glimmer of optimism. Over the years, fans have endured a roller coaster of emotions, from the highs of playoff victories to the lows of unexpected eliminations. The prospect of solidifying the special teams unit with a player of Depala's caliber presents a tangible step toward achieving the consistency that fans have been yearning for. Social media buzz surrounding the potential move has been largely positive, with fans expressing excitement about the attention to detail the Cowboys' management is displaying. Memes and discussions highlighting the importance of every snap, every kick, and each punt have proliferated, emphasizing a growing recognition among fans that football is indeed a game of inches and moments. As the NFL landscape continues to evolve, with data analytics playing an ever greater role in shaping team strategies, the Cowboys' consideration of Depala signals a forward-thinking approach. It's a testament to the idea that winning formulas are no longer solely dependent on superstar performances, but rather on a cohesive unit working in unison towards a common goal. The intrigue surrounding the potential trade is only bolstered by the timing. With the Cowboys in the thick of a competitive NFC race, the acquisition of a player like Depala could be the missing piece that propels the team forward. As deadlines approach, the anticipation builds, not just for Cowboys fans, but for NFL enthusiasts who understand the profound impact that a single player, especially a specialist, can have on a team's fortunes. Ultimately, whether or not Depala joins the Cowboys, the mere consideration of such a move has already begun to influence how the team and its fans view the importance of every position on the field. It's a reminder that in the pursuit of greatness, every detail matters, and sometimes the smallest changes can have the biggest impacts. For those who bleed blue and silver, the excitement lies in the possibility that this move could be a catalyst for sustained success, ushering in an era where attention to detail and strategic depth are the hallmarks of a championship-caliber team. As we await the final decision, the conversation surrounding Andrew Depala and the Dallas Cowboys remains a compelling narrative emblematic of the ever-evolving nature of the sport. Thank you for tuning in. If you're eager to keep up with every development in this story and enjoy in-depth analysis on your favorite NFL teams and players, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Your support is invaluable in helping us deliver the latest and most engaging football content.